Hello and welcome to a guide by Miner for Age of Empires 2. This video is about wood collecting speeds, and as you can see in the background I've got plenty of villagers just collecting wood. That's just for some background entertainment. With wood you'll need it for buildings, archers, boats, all this kind of stuff. And in the feudal age you can get the double bit axe, which increases your chopping speed by 20%. You'll then get the bow saw in the castle age, which can increase it by another 20%, and the imperial age you can get the two-man saw, which will increase your chopping speed by a further 10%. This will increase your overall speed by 158.4%. So from Dark Age, collecting 100 pieces of wood in Dark Age, in the amount of time it took to do that, you will collect 158.4 in the Imperial Age if you can get all three upgrades. Things like wheelbarrow and handcart don't actually affect how quickly you can collect wood, they only affect how quickly the villager moves and how much they can carry. With these calculations I haven't taken into account the time it takes to get back to the lumber camp, but if your lumber camp is pretty much right next to the wood, then there won't be much difference in the wood collecting speeds at all. With these calculations I have done it for slow speed, normal speed and fast speed, and I've used a program, Abidumux, to accurately calculate the amount of time it takes to collect a piece of wood. And I did it for 10 pieces of wood and then just divided by 10 just to, because it was easier doing the 10. But on the spreadsheet that I've got, which I'll try to upload somewhere for people to download if they wish, which is in Excel 2007 format. Yeah, on this spreadsheet I've got the speed it takes at slow, normal and fast at the Dark Age, Feudal, Castle and Imperial Age, where Feudal Age is where you get the double bit axe, Castle Age the bow saw and Imperial Age the two-man saw. Now I guess that normal is the speed that most people play on, online or just by yourself. So I'll do, the ones I'll read out will be for normal speed. What I've also worked out is the amount of time it takes to collect 100 wood if you have one villager, 5 villagers, 10, 15, 20 or 25 villagers at the 4 ages. Now let's say at the Dark Age you would probably only have a couple of people on wood anyway. So let's just say one villager on wood in the Dark Age, it would take them 170 seconds to collect 100 wood, but of course you wouldn't really need that many wood just to begin with. Now let's say when you get to the Feudal Age you then increase the amount of villagers on wood to about 10, and it will be, this is only after you get the double bit axe. You will then take 14.2 seconds to collect 100 pieces of wood. When you reach the Castle Age, if you have 20 villagers on wood for example, it would take you 5.9 seconds to collect 100 pieces of wood. And finally for the Imperial Age you could have 25 villagers on wood, and it would take you 4.3 seconds to collect those 100 wood. Of course the amount of villagers you have collecting wood can vary between the ages. You could even, if you're playing 200 max population in the Imperial Age, you could end up having 50 people on wood. But these are theoretical time values and they won't necessarily reflect the exact time it will take for villagers to collect wood, as for many reasons, including distance to the lumber camp or town centre, or quite possibly because you suddenly have to get a few villagers off to do something else, or even get a few more villagers on. Now you might be thinking, why on earth did I do this? Well, one of the main reasons was just because it's my summer holiday and I want something to do. The other reason is because for people playing professionally or just for fun on multiplayer, it might be quite useful for them just to know that, okay, so it would take, if I'm in the Castle Age, it would take 20 villagers 5.9 seconds to collect 100 wood. You might not know all of these values exactly, but if you know a rough indicator, it can help you for when the enemy comes. Because it could well be that the enemy will be in your base and you've probably worked out about 30 seconds. So you want to be able to just get a quick stockpile of wood before they attack, before you have to ring the town bell, because the enemy might attack all your villagers. I shall be doing something similar for food, gold and stone, as well as time it takes to build buildings, time it takes to research things, time it takes to create units. All of these, I will be doing them not just for fun, but for anyone who just wants to have a quick look at these spreadsheets of times. Thank you very much for listening. See you in the next part.